Hey movie junkies, welcome back to another episode of Twin Flicks, where we are always celebrating the movies with you. First of all, I did a couple other reviews if you haven't checked them out. One is with Arrow Video's release of Southland Tales. It's a new transfer and includes the never seen Cannes cut. So I reviewed that and also reviewed the differences between the theatrical and the Cannes cut, which one's better. And then I reviewed MVD Rewind Collection's Bluray of Gun Crazy. And Millcreek Entertainment dropped three new 80s and early 90s movies. The first one they sent to us is The Freshman. So go check out my review of The Freshman, and you'll see why I did this. Forget this. I don't want to thank Millcreek for sending this to me, so you can check out all those reviews at the link down below in the description. But today we're going to talk about the third movie that Millcreek sent and released to us, and that is 1989, the action classic Blind Fury. I'm going to go in and give you my review, my thoughts on the movie, if you haven't seen it, if it's worth checking out, and also then I'm going to dive into the quality, the transfer of this Blu-ray, and see how Millcreek handled the transfer, and also any kind of special features it has. So let's get into it. Blind Fury stars the late great Rutger Hauer as Nick Parker, a Vietnam vet who was blinded during the war and found by one of the local tribes, who taught him to enhance his remaining senses and to expertly wield a sword. On his return home, he visits an old army buddy, Frank, but discovers that Frank and his wife, Lynn, are in big trouble with crooks and a casino owner named McCready. McCready wants Frank to cook drugs to pay back his tremendous debt, and he also takes their son, Billy, as collateral. Frank begs Nick to find and save and protect his son while being hunted down by McCready's henchmen. Now, I saw Blind Fury back when it came out on VHS in the early 90s, and I always liked it. It was different than your normal, typical 80s action movie. It had a lot of heart to it, but it also excels in pure 80s fun. And what makes this film work is two things. One, the direction of Philip Noyce, and two, Rutger Hauer's performance is top-notch. Without these two elements, this film probably would have just been a flatline dud. Rutger Hauer brings so much depth and a lot of charisma to what could have easily been just another run-of-the-mill 80s action character. Philip Noyce handles the script very well and gives the film exactly what it needs at the right time, and he doesn't take the material too seriously. He gives it just enough camp without it going too far one way or too far the other way. And yes, the story is pretty predictable. You know what's going to happen, but that's the whole point of it. It's just a fun, kick back, relax, popcorn action movie where you can shut your brain off for 90 minutes, and oh yeah, you get this great stuff as well.
Did you see that?
We should get one of those, honey.
Yeah.
I'm giving Blind Fury a 3.5 out of 5. It's great fun. Alright, well now let's check out this Blu-ray together and see how Millcreek handles the transfer. Now, first of all, Millcreek did release this earlier as part of a 3 action pack. The problem is that Blu-ray had a MPEG encoding and the wrong aspect ratio of 1:7:1. This Blu-ray has a better encoding. It's AVC with the correct aspect ratio of 1:5:1. It's not a huge difference, but still it's the correct aspect ratio. Now I have to give it to Millcreek for this one. I enjoyed the new 1080p transfer. While the picture isn't perfect quality, it's also well above substandard. Grain levels are sharp but not overly dense. The overall picture is very satisfactory and it has a filmic quality to it, which really looks like it stays true to its source material, allowing the detailing to shine. The entire frame is also very sharp, whether looking at clothes, guns, blades, or backgrounds. Now the color palette is far from brilliant. You don't have these big vibrant colors, but it's also far from dull, with very nice contrast and saturation levels, taking full advantage of the 1080p resolution. I only noticed a few minor signs of print wear, but overall there are no serious compression issues and the video looks great. Now this Blu-ray also offers a DTS HD lossless stereo track. This is a very effective and surprisingly aggressive track. Right off the bat, you notice that this track handles environment effects such as PA announcements, chatter at a bus stop, nighttime insects, falling rain, various casino sound effects very well, fully drawing the listener into a solid mix. Some of the direct highlights are gunshots, shotguns, and sword swings, all ring out with impressive depth. Dialogue is also rendered very clean and clear. It's an impressive stereo mix. As for any kind of special features, once again, Millcreek failed to deliver. This is just a bare bones Blu-ray. The only thing that they offer is this really nice looking retro 80s VHS O-ring. Alright, so I'm giving Blind Fury Blu-ray from Millcreek a 4 out of 5. This is a great fun movie, and with impressive video and audio presentation, it's definitely worth adding to your collection. Now before you jump out of this video, do me a huge favor, jump down in the comments and let me know if you've seen Blind Fury or what your favorite Rutger Hauer film is. Also, if you haven't yet, consider hitting that subscribe button, and also remember to hit that bell. Two things will happen. One, you'll be notified when new videos drop, and two, it helps the channel's algorithm to get out there in the YouTube verse and makes it easier for people to find us. So we really appreciate that. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.